My life is a storybook of God's manifestation. I'm a product of my worship. It's not by singing, it's by grace. I'm living in a house I didn't pay 1 naira. Do you know what it means for somebody to finish building a house and give it to you? You know, and sometimes, every time I come out of my house, I look around, I ask myself, how old are you? Because I know that it's not by singing. And so I feel like it's time to even let people know the secret behind the glory they celebrate. My first album, The Definition, when that album came out, you know, Love World Records helped me to produce that album. And the first night, we sold 100,000 copies at Night of Bliss. Now, that was a lot of money. And then I was still climbing bike. And we didn't know it was going to sell that much. Then we had another program, Night of Bliss. It was all sold. And they called me. They said, we made money from your CD. We would like to give you 1 million. Eh? I thought, 1 million? That's a lot. So I called my mom. God bless my mother. My mom took me to church every day of my life. Scripture Union. SU, yeah. And she said, you know it's your first fruit. Leave it for them. And I thought, 1 million naira. And she that is telling me leave it for them, she didn't have 1 naira. I mean, me and my mom, we hawked together in Enugu. I will hawk this direction, she will hawk that direction. So she would have thought that, you know, this is a breakthrough, 1 million, God. And she said I should, you know, leave it for them as my first fruit. Well, I didn't have a choice but to obey her. So I told them, no, I don't want. Are you sure? I said, I don't want. Maybe from the next one. Do you know what God did? Now they took me to South Africa to shoot my first video. They said, okay, since you don't want money, let's make a video for you. Let's. And while we were shooting, I met some people who say, are you the Frankedwards? We love your music. We didn't even know you're Nigerian, da 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 da. But you know, your music needs to circulate, go to everywhere in the world, you know. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to remove Jesus and use God. It sounds the same. Nobody will know, because for your music to circulate, people that the name Jesus offends need to be your fans too. So but by the time you use God, they won't find it offensive, so you will be able to circulate your music. And when I saw the offer, and I thought, Jesus, God, the same thing is not much difference. Nobody will know. You know, God spoke to me and said, see, if you do this, you will not last. If you don't, whatever they promise you, I'll double it for you. So again, I let it go. I mean, I let the offer go. Even my then manager thought I made a mistake. You know, managers always want more money. So he thought I made a mistake, but I made my decision. So I let it go. I came back. And then God began to do his thing. I released my second album. Someone from nowhere said, someone is trying to reach you there. She's looking. In fact, when she started looking for me, she sent all her staff. If you don't find Frankedwards, don't come to work. They came to my church, speak to some of my pastors. My pastors called me. Someone is looking for you. They gave her my number. She called me. And then she said, I've been listening to your music. And you know, as I listen, God keep pushing me to do something for you. Do you want to come and see me in my office? I know you are big. I say, me? Big? Send the address first. You know, she called all her staff, you know, members, took pictures with me. And she said, nothing. I just want to bless you. I just want to bless you like God placed in my heart. And then she gave me an envelope. I said, thank you. You know, it looked big. It was on my way home that I opened the envelope. I opened it, so I called her. I said, ma, the envelope you gave me. She said, what? I said, look what's inside. She said, that's for you now. And besides, anytime you want to do anything, the bill is on me. Okay. Then now I have $10,000. I didn't do anything for you. I didn't say nothing. I said thank you. I went home. I removed my tithe and my seed. That's very important as well. The upper week, they say someone is looking for you. He gave the person my number. I've played your music, it blesses so much, and God places in my heart to bless you. Can you come to my house? I went there. The same story. You know, God does not make empty promises, and He knows how to cause the chain reaction. You know. Then the upper week, this other woman called me. Where do you live? I said, I live in Allen. I mean, then I already have a good home, and I'm very comfortable. And she said, Ikeja is noisy. How do you create your music in that noisy environment? She said, would you like to move to VGC? And then, you know, the first thing I did was calculate how much a plot of land is in VGC, even. That's if you find. So when I make the calculation, and that's why I said, I'd love to, but now I have other things I'm working on that I need to do with money. So this is not. And she said, okay, when will you like to move? So I said, I'll work on it. You know, I was thinking I would pay for it. And the next thing, I saw trucks in my house. Trucks. As I say, what would you like to take out